Hi, this is Shirah Chante, relationship artist, healing heart through the arts, where I use music, art, and poetry to solve relationship problems. I'm here this week with Relationship Rock. We are building relationships that last and last. Yes, these are real questions from real women just like yourself. And this week's question is, how do you communicate about sex? How do you talk about sex with your mate? Ooh, this is very important, especially if you're sexually active. I mean, you definitely want to be able to talk about sex. I definitely suggest you talk about it before you engage in any sexual activity with the person you're with. If you're married, then you have a lot more leeway with this because you're in a covenant married relationship, and so this is something that actually sex is what God created to be enjoyed within a marital union. However, there are many people who choose not to go that route, and they are sexually active in their relationships outside of marriage, and everyone has their own choice in life. So if that is yours, you still need to know how to talk about sex. And so there are three things that you want to ask. You want to find out the mindset of the person you're with, his mindset on sex. How does he think about sex? What are his thoughts about sex? Is this something that he does with every woman he dates? Or is this something that he believes he only wants to do with his wife? I mean, find out what his mindset is on sex. How does he think about it? So that you can compare and see if you're compatible in your minds about your sexuality before you even engage in sex with this person. Find out if you're even on the same page sexually and how you think about sex. The next thing you want to talk about is your motive. What are the motives for being in a sexual relationship with a person? Like, why do you have sex with people? If he's a virgin, then that's not a problem. You don't have to ask that. He's waiting to get married, then that's his motive. He wants to find a wife whom he can share his sexuality with for his life. But if not, then find out what makes him have sex with the women he's dating. You want him to have some sort of discretion in who he engages in sexual activities with. You don't want someone who just has sex with every woman he meets or any woman he meets. I mean, that's kind of scary, because then you're just another woman who he's met, who he has sex with. And you don't want to have sex with every man you meet or everyone you date. I mean, there should be some discretion, some motive. Why are you having sex with this person? Are you in love with him? Do you plan on marrying him? Are you going to what are you going to create together? What is the purpose? And that's the next thing I want to talk about. Your mission. What's your mission? What's your purpose for having sex with this person, or even having the sexual conversation with this person? What do you plan to get out of this relationship? And especially if you're going to engage in a sexual relationship, if you have sex with this person, what are you expecting? What are your expectations of him? Do you expect him to make you his girlfriend? Or do you want to be his girlfriend before you have sex? Do you want to be his wife? What do you expect from him if you have sex with him? And then there's the repercussions. What about, babies? I mean, when two people copulate, they make a baby if there's no birth control involved. So you have to, then talk about the other things. In our society today, you have to think about diseases, sexually transmitted diseases. There's so much involved when you have sex with someone. It's just, you need to find out what's your mindset. What do you even think about sex? Are you the kind of person who looks at, people having sex, pornography. What's your mindset? And if it's not one with you, if it's not what you believe, don't go for it. What's your motive for having sex? Do you just have sex with anyone you meet or anyone you date? I mean, what about your past sexual partners? Is this something that's flippant for you? Oh, it's just sex. I mean, some people think like that. If that's not your motive for having sex with someone, just because you're dating them, just because you date someone doesn't mean you have sex with them. I mean, what is your purpose? What's your mission? And what's your mission statement for having sex with a man? Write down a mission statement. I read a book this past summer, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and Dr. Stephen Covey says that you should have a mission statement for just about everything in your life. So what's your mission statement? I have to do this too. I haven't actually written a mission statement for sex, but I know that I want to have sex with my husband. I am saving myself for my husband, my body. The next man I make love to will be in a married union with my husband. I know, and so I can write that down as my mission statement. My mission statement, as far as sex concerns, is to have something to enjoy with my husband, that God created for us to enjoy in a marriage relationship. So what's your mission statement? What's this guy's mission statement? What is this? Sex is not a game. This is real life we're dealing with. This is not just something that we just jump into bed and do. I know in movies and TV, it's just something you do, and it's so flippant, and it feels good, and just because it feels good doesn't mean it is good to do. A lot of things may feel good, but they may not be good for you and for this other person. So use some discretion in how you're going to carry out and find out about the sexual mindset, motive, and mission of the person you're thinking about having sex with. Okay, remember to love God, love you, and love people.